Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm your host, DragonLord, and this is week 6 of the Global Pokemon Society Majors Draft League Tournament. And this time we are going against the Denver Ninetales. So this is your home team, this squad, except forget about the Ledian, that's now a Zangoose, which will be part of this week's lineup. So I don't know yet. It just depends on if I feel like it's necessary. But anyway, now that let's take a look at our opponent. So he's rocking a pretty solid Sun team, I'll be honest. Tangrowth, got that Rage Powder, Sleep Powder, really annoying with that redirection. Got Ninetales, Charizard, Dusclops, which I assume is only there to shut off Trick Room, which is an issue, but that's okay. We have a countermeasure for that. We got Crawdaunt, Hillary, Victory Bell is a Sun Sweeper, Aggron, and Claydol. Now, our opponent appears to be a creature of habit. He tends to bring the same mons every time. We can basically guarantee that she's bringing Tangrowth, Charizard, Ninetales, probably Dusclops to try to shut off our Trick Room. That's 4. Victory Bell and probably Crawdaunt, I guess, for her 6. But that's okay, because we have a plan for that. Go ahead here. So this is the squad that we're bringing. I'm not going to show all of the spice, but I will give you a tidbit. So we're taking off, or we are not using Follow Me on this particular Togekiss because for this particular match, I don't think we need the redirection. On top of that, most of her moves are going to be spread moves like Wave and things like that, so Follow Me doesn't really help in that regard. However, Ancient Power does mess up that Charizard big time. And then we got, basically, Togekiss can handle most of her team by itself. That high crit chance. The fact that, let's go back to her. I mean, Air Slash one-shots the Tangrowth, Ancient Power one-shots the Charizard, Dazzling Gleam deals with the Crawdaunt, Ancient Power does big damage to the Ninetales, Air Slash one-shots to the Victory Bell. I mean, it just almost single-handedly deals with her entire team by itself. Now, there is a small chance that she brings the Aggron to deal with the Togekiss, but that's if she figures out that the Togekiss is that big of a problem. And if she does, that's totally fine because we have other mons on the squad that can handle Aggron. I'm not worried about the Aggron at all. Alright, let's go back over here. And now we got Dusknoir, our Trick Room. But if you'll notice, we have Imprison. Right? So if we do decide to set up Trick Room, right, we can shut off her ability to shut off our Trick Room by using it. Or we just don't bring Trick Room. Crazy, right? It's the first time that we haven't really relied on Trick Room, to my knowledge. Yeah, I think so. So we could opt to not bring Trick Room. We got some speedy threats. We got some strats, some of which I'll share with you. But yeah, we do have the ability to shut off Trick Room. We have the ability to set up our Trick Room, prevent our opponent from shutting it off. Trick. So that's a strat. You might be thinking, Kevin, why are you bringing a grass type to a person that abuses Sun Team and that Ninetales and Charizard could probably obliterate? See, here's the special thing about that. Vileplume is actually kind of crucial to our strats. That's because we're going to use her Sun against her. So, After You is a fun ability, or is a fun move, excuse me, not ability, and it basically allows the Pokemon that targets it to move immediately afterward. So it's a form of speed control, allowing slower allies to move before her speedier threat. For instance, if I were to lead Vileplume and Togekiss, and she leads Ninetales Charizard, Vileplume would allow Togekiss to fire off an Ancient Power into the Charizard slot before Charizard even has an opportunity to be a problem. That's a strat. Or, and I'll get into that when I get into Sharpedo, but we got some spice there. Medicham, same thing it always does. Fake out pressure, huge amounts of power, and on the off chance that Medicham gets burned, we have a Lumberry for it, so we don't have to worry about that necessarily. And then finally we got Sharpedo, and yes, you got that Rain Dance. And you know what the fun part is? We could also partner Sharpedo with Vileplume to do a little after you Rain Dance, which makes Solar Beam a 2-turn move. It has the power of Heat Wave and Fire Blast, effectively neutering her offensive prowess. And it makes Sharpedo Predation powered up, and at the end of the turn, you get a speed boost. So we're outspeeding everything on her squad. Facts. So yeah, and I'm not going to get into the Zangoose because I don't know if I'm going to use it. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the battle portion of the video. Shortly.